Well, just like that, it's over.
Done it before. Here's the 0-1. This is going to be a tough play. The Cubs win the World Series.
James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound box. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game.
Back today, so I ain't got time to be tripping or writing no love song. Yeah, writing no love song. We all experience love loss. Yeah.
Man, I just looking at it now. It's 11 o'clock Thursday night after the game, and you wish that you just take in that game a little bit better. You know, like, you just take in these final moments, because little did we know this was going to be the last time this team was going to play together. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure people say this every year, but I genuinely feel like this was one of my all-time favorite Kentucky teams. As long as I have been old enough to watch basketball, this is one of the best teams. I really enjoyed that 2016 team with De'Aaron Fox, with Malik Monk, that lost on that buzzer beater to UNC in the tournament. I had a very similar feeling to this. I mean, like, this team was a big reason. The reason I started doing these videos was this team, because I enjoyed talking about this team so much. Even the ups and the downs, the losses, you know, even when we lost, I enjoyed sitting there breaking down how we lost those games, what we can improve on, and then just start getting ready for the next game. And like I said, it's over. It is over. Kentucky falls to Oakland in the first round of the NCAA tournament. They lose to the 14 seed Oakland, 80-76. And just if you are anything but a Kentucky fan, you are looking at this and you're like, this is March. This is March Madness at its finest. And that's just what we saw. You know, Oakland hit major shots. And looking at it now, if you follow the TikTok, or you at least seen the TikTok, you would know that I hit word for word on that TikTok what Oakland was going to do. I said it. Don't be surprised if they hit a big shot with 20 seconds left. I genuinely said that. And that's what happened. They hit and I said to take the lead, but it was to make it a 2-score game. Like, just crazy, man. Crazy, man. Jack Golke, I talked about him on that TikTok a little bit, how I said he was one of the best shooters in the country. I didn't know he was Steph Curry. I didn't know that. I don't think many people thought that he was Steph Curry. I genuinely believe that when they come out and play either Texas Tech or NC State, they will, if whoever wins that game guards Golke the way that Kentucky guards them, he will not shoot that good. He will not. I promise you on everything. He will not. It is what it is. I'm complaining too much about how good they played. They played great. They shot the 3 ball at pretty much 50%, 40% on the entire game. And yeah, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. More or less looking at Kentucky's side, Antonio Reeves, who I hate that for that kid, man. Like, yeah, he's gonna go to the NBA, or well, he might go to the NBA. He's probably gonna get signed eventually if he doesn't get drafted. Go make millions. He's gonna be just fine. But he came back to Kentucky to develop his skills and to win a national championship. And I know that he thought that this team could seriously do it. I mean, everybody did. I mean, not even Kentucky fans. Like, everybody thought this team could do it. What's also said is that everybody knew that this Kentucky team can beat any team in the nation, but also lose to any team in the nation. And we lost. But what doesn't need to be said, Antonio Reeves played his butt off. He went out on a strong note. He had 27 points, just shot the ball great, 11 of 18, 5 for 9 from 3. That's the only bright. Trey Mitchell, another senior who we're losing, played his tail off, absolutely great. He had 14 points, 13 rebounds. Like, where was that at, Trey, all year long? I know he was battling an injury. Great. He fouled out at the end, but great performance from Trey Mitchell. Two of our seniors went off with a bang at the end of the day, which is, I guess, a good story. The negative, Justin Edwards, DJ Wagner, Reed Shepard, Rob Dillingham. Freshman. The freshman didn't show up. The freshman did not show up. Reed, and I was talking to the person I was watching the game with, and he bet on Dillingham to score a certain amount of points. I forgot exactly how much it was. And he was like, oh, well, but I don't think Rob's going to get it. And this was early in the first half. And I was like, context, he bet on Rob and Reed. And I said, Reed's the one you have to worry about. I'm not worried about Rob. Rob is going to get his points regardless. And it just never came. He hit a big-time three very late in the game, which I thought was, like, I thought we were actually going to pull off a miracle. But, you know, it happens. But Rob, 2 of 9, his 2 shots were 3-pointers. He shot 2 of 6 from the 3-point, and that's all he wrote. All Rob wrote, as he more than likely is going to go off to the NBA as well. Looking at it now, I mean, Rob was such a exciting part of this team. Rob pretty much put the media on notice, put Kentucky in the media, was Rob Dillingham himself. His last 2 games against Oakland tonight and Texas A&M in the SEC tournament was just not very good. He was extremely out of control, just rushing everything. This was not the same Rob that we saw even back when we played LSU a few weeks ago. You know, like Rob just kind of, and I think it might have just been just nerves. He was just overwhelmed. But more importantly, the guy I do want to talk about is Reed Shepard. If we want to talk about somebody that kind of was, the shoe got a little too big for Reed, and man, I don't know. I think collectively, if you would have said one person on this Kentucky team who we can trust in this game, no matter how big the moment gets, I think it would have been Antonio Reeves and Reed Shepard. And some people might have said Reed Shepard above Antonio. Reed just cracked. He completely folded, had 3 points, shot 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 1 of 5 on the game. Just not a good game. Not a good game at all. Multiple bad turnover, bad passes. I don't know what got into him. And like the only thing, that logical thing, was just the moment got a little too big for Reed. But there is, now, tonight's going to be rough. Tomorrow's going to be rough. It's going to suck. Definitely. Probably the rest of this tournament's going to suck until basketball season's over. It's going to suck. Probably going into the next year. I think that this is a turning point, though, which I do plan on coming out with a video here sometime soon. Kind of just breaking down where Kentucky goes from here as far as this current makeup of the team, and then also who we have coming in, you know. So I do plan on making that, but I think that this is a turning point for the university, the basketball program. I think that things are going to change. I'm not going to talk about it just yet, exactly what I think is going to change, whether it is Cal, whether it is Cal's style of getting players to Kentucky. Something is going to happen. I think it's going to be a totally different team, makeup, everything come next year. We'll have to wait and see. I could totally be wrong, and we could be in the same position this time next year. And again, and again, and again. It sucks. Never in a million years would I have thought Kentucky was losing again to a lower seeded team, a double-digit lower seeded team in the tournament, in the first round. But, hey, like I said, it's March. And just like I've said multiple times this year, basketball is strange. It is strange. That's pretty much all I got. And other than that, like I said, I'll have another video here sometime soon, kind of just talking about the entire team as a whole and where we just go from here. So this is Parker with Take His Whistle. Peace.